Squats are a very good exercise for a lot of your lower body, your legs, your quads, your hamstrings, even your core. It's very, very helpful for that. Hello, everybody. I'm JR. Today is Friday, August 20th, 2021. Wow, we're halfway through a little bit like almost 7 months in the year is gone already. Just a little information starter. It's been a week. People that's been watching know I drink sugar-free energy drinks, and I decided to stop drinking sugar-free energy drinks, the carbonation. I was only drinking them because I wanted carbonation, not because of the taste too. So I'm stopping that for a while because it makes me feel bloated. I don't actually put on weight. And I'm also going to start Monday, stop using salt on my eggs, see how that goes as far as overall, not for weight loss, but just overall feeling. Because I don't use salt on everything. The meat that I usually buy is usually pre-cooked, like smoked sausage, bacon. I don't have to add salt unless I make a pork chop or a steak or hamburger. So we're going to see how that goes. Jumping right into what I want to talk about. My wife is going to, like she said on her channel, she's going to be talking about nutrition side and health side, like food, things that she comes across that are helpful, that are backed by articles that she finds that are scientific based articles or studies that have been studied for a long time. Because as we know, things can change all the time. There's something that I read about metabolism that actually don't slow down until after 60. But I'll talk to her. I'll link her that, and she can talk about that in one of her videos because, like I said, she's on the other side of that. This week was our week off. I didn't do anything. No cardio, no weightlifting, nothing. I wanted to reset my mind and body and come back. We start again on Monday with a new routine, so we're going to see how that goes. Into my first thing of the day is squats. Squats are a very good exercise for a lot of your lower body, your legs, your quads, your hamstrings, even your core. It's very, very helpful for that, especially your lower body. There's always the debate if it's a push or a pull exercise, because if you look at the way you do a squat, when you squat down with weight on your shoulders, you're basically pulling the weight with you, and when you stand up, you're pushing it. That's a debate for another time. I'm not going to get into that because that can go on for hours because there's so many different ways you can look at it. The main part is the muscles that it works is the way I look at it. Whether it's considered a push or a pull, that don't mean nothing to me. It's what the muscles that it works is what I would worry about. Unless you're doing a push-pull legs program, then you figure out how you want to work that in. Then you got back squat versus front squat. There is a slight difference. Your back squats has focus on hamstring, whereas your front squats don't. But they both work the core, your glutes, and quads. Olympic lifts, I've never done Olympic lifts, so I wouldn't know how to do that. But the front squat helps for that, and you can go heavier with a back squat compared to front squat, according to most things. But again, it comes down to how you do it and how you feel and form. One focus on glutes and one's on quads. But one doesn't have hamstrings in it that you burn. But the back squat has a hamstring muscle whereas the front squat don't. So based on what you want to achieve, you choose which one. I mean, you could do both, don't matter. But with the back squat, it's more back extensor activation than the front squat because the way you're squatting. Front squat, your spine's more straighter on a front squat with the front squat than it is the back squat. What it looks like in this picture. So again, it comes down to personal choice of what you're achieving, but they both work on almost all the same muscles except for the hamstring. That's the only difference. So whatever you prefer is what's best for you. I prefer back squats just because that's just the way I feel comfortable. On next is the front lat pull down versus the back lat pull down. As you can see, I have a graphic here with both of them. I'm not going to try to pronounce all those muscles. I had my wife, she made separate slides because I'm half blind, so it's easier. As you can see, the front lat pull down, posterior, your trapezius in the middle. Both of those exercises work both. And your teres minor. I still don't know all of these muscles, so I'm not going to pronounce them. And as you can see on the back lats, they almost similar muscles, but not all. And I ran across an article that I wanted to look up if the behind the back lat pull downs and the front lat pull downs, which one's better or which one's worse. This one article says that you have increased risk of shoulder injury, excessive stress on the spine, and promotes forward head posture with behind the neck pull down. Now, he's not saying that they're guaranteed to cause injury or who performs them is going to run into problems. And that's where the next article comes in. They talk about behind the back that the front lat pull down was superior despite the fact that they yielded no difference. So if your form is right, you can do both. And I've always talked about this ever since my journey. Form is always important when it comes to exercising, and I forever will believe that. I know that if your form ain't right and you're trying to lift heavy, you can hurt yourself. One slip up of a back squat or a bench press or even on a machine, if you try to go too heavy, even the machines, you can hurt yourself. So form is a big part in your exercise. Jumping rope, even using resistance bands. One slip up and what happens, the band could fall out of one hand and snap and hit you on the arm or something, and that'll hurt. Believe me, it's like a rubber band except for a lot bigger. So there's going to be more coming exercises. I'm going to pick 2 different ones every week to focus on because there's a lot of different versions and a lot of different things muscles that they work. Again, my wife is going to be on the nutritional side, and I have some ideas for her to pass along to her. But if you have any questions or anything that I missed or something that you can advise me on that I missed or I misspoke about, don't be afraid to tell me or let me know, because I'm not going to lash out at you and be upset that you gave me the information that I missed or something that I misquoted or I put in the wrong information, because again, I'm no expert. This is just stuff that I'm finding with information and to pass on with facts and info that I think is helpful, because it comes down to the individual person doing the exercise. So again, don't be afraid to talk to me and let me know if I said something that was incorrect or something that you can add to it. I'm fine with that. So if there's anything you want me to cover, talk about in any videos, just hit me up with a message or in the comments. I'm always free to respond, and I'll respond to everybody. I'm not going to shun anybody and nothing like that. I'm not a mean person. If you're mean to me, then I'm mean back. But there's always ways to be, inquisitive without being rude. So with that, y'all have a good weekend. I've enjoyed I got 2 more days of doing no exercise and no cardio before I start back in the gym, and to really completely refresh my mind and body. I think it's warranted every once in a while. So with that being said, I'm gonna sign off, but before I do that, like, subscribe, share, whatever, talk, leave comments. So y'all have a good weekend, and I will see y'all next Friday.